pressure gauge, one engine oil pressure gauge.
This one's stop, right?
Yeah, that's your stop one.
Stop one.
Yeah, pull it to stop.
Pull it to stop. And this one's for lighting.
Yeah, lighting and windscreen wipers. That's your parking brake.
Parking brake, okay.
Yeah, so that's off. Pull to fly, that's on.
So that's on right now.
That's it. Okay. Warning.
Okay.
On the side, here, fuel tank gauge, battery charging, and engine running hours. When you do a maintenance sheet, you'll just make a note of your hours and then say every 50 hours change oil or whatever, depending on your conditions.
Yeah.
So you can do it all by that.
How about this one?
This is a military cold start. If you have extreme weather up in, is it going to be used up in mountains in Manila? Not really cold.
This one's very cold right now.
Yeah. But it's used for ether. You put ether in it for cold starting the engine.
So not really
necessary.
Not necessary in the Philippines. Okay.
And on the front here, you've got all your fuses for all the electrical system.
Okay.
And your hazard switch for your warning lights.
Okay.
Here, because it's military, you've got sort of big fuses in there to protect the alternator, the electrical system, so big 50 amp fuses. You don't find that in civilian ones. So if you come to it one day and the driver says, oh, no power, can't start, and you've had an electrical problem, if it's shorted something out, trying to jump start it or something like that, it might be that you've got one of those fuses in there. The top one is the main one that's used, and there's a spare one underneath it.
How do you open that one?
Some screws.
Okay.
Just take it off and put it in there.
Some big fuses like that.
Yeah, big fuses.
Like in case if it's like a magic fuse.
That's it.
Okay. This one?
All your washers, your windscreen washers.
Okay.
And that's a military fire extinguisher.
Yeah.
On this side,
okay,
you've got manual engine throttle. Because if you're driving over rough ground, grading, you can't really keep your foot on that accelerator, so you just set your revs there.
Okay.
This is your transfer box. So neutral if you need to tow the vehicle anywhere, or high or low. So high is your travel speed between work jobs. Low, very low speed used for grading. So he'll have it in high when he's travelling between, and riding onto the yard. Put it in low speed for actual grading.
How about if it's in
neutral? That means the drive disconnected if you need to tow it. If you just need to move it, if it's stuck or anything like that. Then obviously on this one, it's forward and reverse, straight forward, and then your power shift. So neutral 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's no clutch, you just power shift it.
Oh, it's automatic, huh? You also use solenoids for this one as well?
On the power shift, it's all mechanical.
Oh, it's mechanical?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you just move the spool up and down hydraulically.
Yeah.
There's no electronics involved on the actual drive.
Yeah, it's much easier to maintain.
That's right, yeah. And it's more tolerant of arduous conditions, because if you get a lot of rain and things, you get electronics causing all sorts of
problems. Yeah, especially this one, if you operate in a very humid climate.
We find that electronics cause all. The modern machinery, like the modern JCBs, get more problems with modern electronics because they're working on millivolts or 1 or 2 volts. You get a bad connection on a wire, machine don't go anywhere.
Sometimes you have to think if it's an electrical problem or is it a mechanical problem in JCB. This one always mechanical.
Correct. And it's a good, strong, solid box. Perkins V8 engine, well-proven engine. Transmission well proven. We've not had any problems with engines and transmissions on these. They're very good.
How about the lubricants for the transmission?
Well, they use, because again it's military, if you were to take an oil sample from it, you'd find that it was just engine oil.
Oh, really, huh?
Yeah, because they'll use, that's right, general purpose oil. Because, again, in a military situation, you can't have all the fancy grades, ATF and things like that. So they'll just put engine oil in it, and it works fine. It might increase your oil changing. You might have to do it, maybe every 100 hours or whatever. I think you've got a service schedule, haven't you, if you're surprised. But yeah, it's fine, because an oil is an oil nowadays. I know they have grades and fancy seals.
something like a 15W40 for the transmission oil.
Because it's just
better.
it's a big power shift. It's a semi-hydraulic system, but all you find is that an engine oil, because it's got higher sulfur content, it just keeps it cleaner. You might have to change your filters more often, but it just keeps all the crap out of the system, the sulfur.
Okay.
And the seals tolerate it, so it doesn't seem to be a problem.
And the filter for this one will be also a Perkins filter, or?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's easy.
Yeah,
I think
it's
there's
practical.
1, 2, maybe 4 filters finish. That's it for the whole system.
For the whole system.
Yeah.